Hello, everybody. Jim Powers with MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision as we get ready for another great year of athletics here at Maryville. And one of the new sports that will be starting in the spring is our men's lacrosse program. And it's been a busy summer for the coaches, and we're going to catch up with head coach Phillip Newton. And Phillip, busy summer for you, hitting a recruiting trail. How has everything gone? And it looks like we're going to have a great first group of lacrosse players here at Maryville.
No, it's gone well. I think the biggest piece is obviously being out on the road this summer. We were able to, we hit all over the country. We were up in BC a little bit this year. We were out in, on the East Coast, up in upstate New York, Baltimore, Philly, Delaware. So we've been all over California. So it's been a great summer, and we've got a lot of guys that are interested, and interest is continuing to grow. We got a great group coming in. We got 32 guys coming in this fall. So it's a big first class, great first class, and it represents a ton of states. So we're excited.
How do the players feel about coming to Maryville and being the very first team to play lacrosse here on the Division II level?
I think the big piece is that, they're all excited. We've got a group of dreamers. We talked about it in the recruiting process a lot. We want guys that dream. We want guys that want to come here to compete for a national championship. We want guys that are coming here because they believe they can win a conference championship the first year. We want guys that are coming here because they want to build something. They want to be a part of all the great facility changes we have, the university growing, the team starting up, winning games, winning championships, competing for all that stuff. So that's what we've got. We've got 32 guys that we feel, top to bottom, want to do that. They want to be the first, at everything. First at starting a program, first at building facilities, first at getting an education at Maryville, those type of things. So we're excited about the class and the direction it's going.
And talk a little bit, too, about our new field, the turf and how it turned out. That's got to be a big selling point as well.
Oh, no doubt. It's huge. Anytime you've got facilities that match the commitment of the staff, commitment of the players, and now the commitment of the administration, it's across the board. It's easy to recruit to that. It makes it a lot easier. Nowadays, guys want to play on great facilities. That's what they want to be a part of. It sells, right? That's the generation. So to have a field like that, to have changes still coming to it. We got a new scoreboard coming in a few weeks. We've got shot clocks coming in a few weeks. All those things coming into place, along with the talent we have, it's going to make it not necessarily easier. It's just going to make it, more attractive to the better top recruits. So, I think that's a piece that if it doesn't show the commitment to the administration or the commitment that the administration has to the program, give it a few weeks, it certainly will, because it's going to be even more dressed up than it already is. So we're excited about it.
When you start a team, and I know this has probably been you and your assistant coach's biggest challenges, is, getting enough kids. Are all the recruits coming in, are they all freshmen, or were you able to get some sophomores and juniors that are going to transfer in and be able to help with some experience on the collegiate level right out of the gate?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a couple of transfers coming in from programs that have had success, in the past in Division II, which is huge. Those are guys that can draw on that, guys that have been to the NCAA tournament. That's a big piece. And then we've got a large group of freshmen, so it's a good mix. You never want to be too heavy in one direction or the other. But the guys that we do have coming in that are transfers, they're guys that are juniors, that can speak and kind of give their experiences, so to speak, with how they've gone through the process and what's made them better from freshman, sophomore to now junior year. So we've got a good mix, and we think it's the right mix.
And the Rocky Mountain Conference, one of the top Division II conferences when it comes to lacrosse. Going to see some local flavor, but then there's going to be some pretty long road trips intermixed with that.
Yeah, no doubt. We've got some, this year we're fortunate enough, we kind of meet everybody out in Denver. But moving forward, we got to go to Salt Lake City. We've got to go to Denver. We've got to go to, the western part of Colorado to see Colorado Mesa and Grand Junction. But, we knew that it was vital right away to be able to compete for conference championships again. Guys want to win. Guys want to be dreamers, right? And the other piece is we knew it increased our recruiting footprint. There's the talent across the board in the country is unbelievable, but especially in Colorado. Those guys are really, really talented. And to be only about 10 hours away from home, to be able to pull from Denver and the metro area and Colorado in general, to maybe be able to pull from Utah, there's a ton of talent out there. So in order to be able to draw from there, you need to be able to play closer to home. And now these young men can come here, play at Maryville, get a great education, play for a great up-and-coming team, play for a great coaching staff, and on top of everything else, get to play in front of mom and dad. And that's what every guy wants to do.
And you just mentioned something. Lacrosse has been typically, up until maybe about 10 years ago, all East Coast, a major East Coast sport. But now you've started to see it trickle to the Midwest and now out to the West to Colorado and Utah. How do you explain that, being involved with lacrosse as long as you have?
I think we've talked about it before. Obviously, you've got more coaches that left from the West, go to play East. They're coming back now to coach their respective high schools. I mean, a lot of guys don't want to leave Cali, right? So they go out, they get their 4 years in, then they go back and they want to play some more. But the other piece is, I think, with the way football's going, there's a lot of head trauma and things like that. Parents are looking for another contact sport alternative. And I think the other piece is it's a sport where athletes excel. If you're athletic, they'll make you a great player. So if you're an athlete, it's easy to go in, pick up a stick, and be good in 6 months. So and that's what we look for in the recruiting process. We want big, fast, strong athletes. And so I think those three things. I think obviously coaching helps. Those guys coming back to coach. I think obviously it's maybe a safer alternative to a certain extent. And then I think the other piece is if you're an athlete, you can have fun. It's a fast-paced game, and you can pick it up. So I think those three things have helped a lot. And you're talking about areas where there's just a ton of volume of young people. That's. What else are they going to do in the spring? A lot of people don't want to play other sports in the spring. So, this is a faster, probably more fun alternative.
No doubt. Well, we're excited. I'm excited about the first year. We're going to have a lot of fun. We'll talk throughout the fall and then start to preview everything once January rolls around.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Jim. I appreciate it, and we're excited.
No doubt about it. Phillip Newton, our brand new lacrosse coach, he's been working hard with his assistants. We'll catch up with him throughout the fall to see how the preseason stuff is going with the lacrosse team, and we'll have a lot of lacrosse coverage for everybody in the spring. For Coach, I'm Jim Powers. Thanks so much for tuning in to MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision. Have a great week, and as always, go Saints.